Hello, and welcome to Man vs. Skyrim. I'm going to be taking you through one of the most harshest landscapes known to man. Any wrong slip, any wrong turn, or if I fuck up with the wrong sort of crowd, I could end up at the bottom of a river, or worse, mauled to death. I'm going to be taking you through this landscape, and I'm going to try find a civilization so I can get myself started for my next adventure. I'll be giving you survival tips for how to get through this arid and rough, just absolutely deserted landscape. To start off, it's probably best to get to higher ground to see our surroundings and see if we can't find some sort of water source or something to... Hang on, what's this? This is a cave. It looks like it might be home to some sort of bear. I'd be stupid to go in there just with my dagger. So I'm gonna have to leave that for now, maybe till I'm better equipped. So the trick is to get to high ground so I can see my full surroundings and hopefully find some sort of source that could lead me to town, any sort of remnants of human life. This should work the trick. Isn't this just beautiful? We've got a big lake here. This is a good sign. Hopefully there's some sort of river estuary system that runs off it, and for all we know it could lead me to my safe haven for the night. But if I get stuck out of here, well, I'll just have to fend for myself. Now, not only are there wild animals in this area, there are some tribal races that could really take me down quick. They are not to be messed with, and even any sort of contact should be avoided at all times. So I'm going to make my way down to this lake, and hopefully we can lead somewhere good. Hang on, what's this? I think we've got a wild deer here. The trick's to walk up slow. The last thing you want is to alert it and let it run off. This could be a perfect meal for me. It doesn't know I'm here yet. It's watching me slowly. Sometimes you've just got to know when to dash in and go for the kill. It hasn't seen me coming yet, but I've got to be fast. You need to be the top predator when it's hunting out here, because this may be the last chance that I get for a long time. Sit down, son. These things are tough. They're going to take a few strikes before they drop, but eventually they succumb. The native elk here don't hold much meat, but it could be enough. Got a bit of venison with it, and that's what I need. These things can be sold off for a small fortune, which could help me get some more gear to help me survive easier later. But for now, I need to head back down to this water system. You've got to be careful running off track like that. Go too far, and you could end up lost. Each step you take in this area could be your last, so you need to be constantly alert. You don't know what's going to be hiding under a rock, around a corner, or even in the trees above you. So keep moving. Never stand still unless you think something's coming. What have we got here? This could also... Whoa, we got to be careful. These things can be poisonous. The trick is to get in quick and then get out. Honeycomb is a great source of protein and energy, and the bees are attacking me. It's best to just get out. I've raided their nest. Sometimes you're going to know when to run. A bee might seem like a small foe, but when they gather in numbers, you won't know what hit you. Now, if I remember rightly, this water system was just down here. It could take a while to find this. Hang on, what have we got? We got a rabbit. Hunt this thing down, they are quick. You really need to be on the top of your toes to catch these very little critters. I've stumbled into civilization, I've got to be careful here. For all I know, this could be a tribal savage living in a very modern hut, but you never know with these savages. I'm just going to get my meat and get the hell out of here. Always got some lovely crops. Maybe no one's home. No one's seen me. If I can get in here and take some of this, it could prove to be vital. Sometimes it is survival of the fittest out here. And you gotta know when to take food and when to leave it. And right now, I'm trying to survive. Careful, I gotta be careful kicking buckets around. The last thing I want is to alert someone. I've got enough for now, so I'm gonna bail out of here before I get noticed. No, I think I've headed the wrong way for this system. I'm pretty sure it's going to be over this hill here. I need to get to this town before nightfall, or things could be dire. The last thing I want is to be left out here in the dark, with no form of light. Shh, what's that? These could be the trouble, that could in fact be his home. Best to turn and run. If he finds me with some of his stuff, well, you know what would happen. It would not be pretty. With my dagger against his bow, chances are I'd come off second best. I've got to move quick. I'm not quite sure where the sun is or how much time I've got. And I can hear wolves howling in the back, so it means it could be coming soon. Now you've still got to be careful near water's edge. You don't know what sort of predators might be lurking. But isn't this a view? As harsh as this landscape is, its beauty just exceeds itself. I can't get caught up in this, I've got to keep moving. If you follow the river, chances are eventually you'll come across some sort of civilization where you can set home, gather gear, and be ready for your next adventure. Hang on. There's another elk here. I don't know if he's seen me yet. I think he's just do-si-doed me. I've got no idea where he went, but I've got enough food to last me for a while, so I'm just going to keep going. Now I'm hoping this doesn't lead to a waterfall, because if that's the case, there's only one way down. Okay, right now guys, I'm at a bit of a point where I have to cross this water's edge. I don't know what is under the surface, as you can see by how dark it is. So you want to be quick, stick to stones if you can. And if not, just go for your life. Phew, I made it lucky that time. Hang on, what's that? These are the tribal people that I was talking about, as you can see by their primitive tents and canoe. They are the sort of people that would savage me. I've got to keep moving, there's not enough time in the day. Hang on. Okay, this is interesting. I've heard about these in this landscape. There's some sort of tower that are meant to send a beam into the air, set to worship the gods, but I'm stuck in rapids. You gotta try to stay above the water. Don't get sucked under or you can get slammed into a rock or get pinned underneath. Jesus. That was a close call. I gotta keep moving, surely there's not far now. Did I just see fish jumping up? Native wild salmon jumping up the stream, as you can see guys. Now these form a great food, but they are really hard to get your hands on. Keep moving. There's not much time to go. The wolves are howling and I can hear them getting closer and closer with each step I take. I can hear footsteps. I'm not quite sure where from. I've just got to keep going. There shouldn't be far now. Sometimes it's best, guys, to make a stop. But oh shit, that scared the hell out of me. You never know when wolves are going to come up on you like that. There's another one. Get back, you muggle. Sit down. That was a close call. I knew I could hear them howling in the distance. God knows how long they've been watching me for. A wolf pelt will make a nice little profit for later. And a wolf had some gold on it. I'm not quite sure what that's about. It must have eaten a wallet. Let's just keep moving. Like I said guys, you've got to be careful, and I think this is it. Yes, we've made it to a town. This is just what I needed, as the sun was starting to go down in the sunset and the wolves were coming out. This makes for perfect timing. I've made it to Riverwood. The locals here should be nice enough to take me in and help me out, so I can stock up and get ready for my next adventure. Make sure you guys keep tuned for the next episode of Man vs. Skyrim.